Germany. The Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, TUC, has asked the federal government to stand down within 2 weeks' plan to introduce a 5% tax on petroleum products, or it will embark on a nationwide industrial action. A statement by TUC's President Festus Osifo and Secretary General Nuhu Taro described the policy as a reckless proposal, adding that it is nothing but an act of economic wickedness against already overburdened Nigerians. According to the statement, the TUC directed all its state councils, affiliates, and structures nationwide to remain vigilant, watchful, and wait for further communication that may culminate into a decisive action should the federal government dare to further ignore the collective will of the people. The TUC also called on its allies, civil society organizations, professional bodies, student union, market associations, faith leaders, and all patriotic Nigerians to support it in the struggle. From the Senate comes this report that former senator and Labour Party's governorship candidate in the 2023 Imo State election, Ethan Nnaji Achono, has disclosed that the National Assembly was already working on a bill aimed at legalizing cannabis for medicinal and economic purposes. Achono, who stated this while addressing newsmen in Abuja, described the cannabis, often demonized in Nigeria, as green gold. He said legalizing it could drive economic diversification, create jobs, attract foreign investment, and strengthen medical research if brought under strict regulatory oversight. The LP chief, therefore, urged the federal government to embrace the move to legalize and regulate the cultivation and processing of crops for both medicinal and industrial purposes. He warned that Nigeria was sleeping on a multi-trillion naira opportunity while other countries raised. And from NOA, we bring this report that the National Orientation Agency, NOA, has warned that Nigeria risks deeper poverty, social disunity, and democratic setbacks unless urgent steps were taken to raise literacy levels and equip citizens with digital skills. Speaking in Abuja at an event to mark the 2025 International Literacy Day, the NOA Director General Malam Larry Issa Onilu said literacy must be treated as a national survival issue. Issa Onilu said literacy is not just about reading and writing, it is the gateway to knowledge, innovation, and meaningful participation in the democratic process, while stressing that a literate Nigeria is a stronger Nigeria. He said Nigeria could not achieve sustainable development if large sections of its population remained locked out of knowledge and digital skills, stressing that the literacy is central to poverty reduction, improvement of civic participation, and preparation for the global knowledge economy. Issa Onilu stated that governments, parents, teachers, and community leaders is to treat literacy as a collective responsibility and called for the strengthening of public libraries and removal of barriers to education for women, girls, and other vulnerable groups. Now, from Nepal comes this report that Nepal has lifted its social media ban 1 day after protests turned deadly, with at least 19 people killed by security forces as demonstrators rallied against internet restrictions and government cooperation. According to spokesman Shekhar Khanal, police fatally shot 17 people in Kathmandu, with 2 additional deaths reported in eastern Nepal's Sunsa district. Officers deployed rubber bullets, tear gas, water cannons, and batons when protesters broke through barbed wire barriers attempting to reach a parliament. Approximately 400 people sustained injuries, including more than 100 police officers. Meanwhile, Home Minister Ramesh Lekak resigned following the violence, while Nepal's Prime Minister Khadga Prasad Sharma Oli resigns a day after deadly protest over alleged government corruption killing 19 people. The social media ban triggered widespread anger, particularly among younger Nepalese who depend on these platforms for communication. Amnesty International reported that authorities used live ammunition against the protesters, while the United Nations called for a transparent investigation. And that's it on the news in brief. Many thanks for staying with us. We promise you 3 o'clock we'll get to know more detail on all that we've read out to you. Many thanks for staying with us. Helen Eric Gemini is my name. Good afternoon. See you.